program manager who doesn't hire the right talent is going to have their life will be miserable because their project's going to be behind. They're going to have poor results or no results, and they're going to end up usually with a large amount of technical debt when they tried to force that project through people who are not skilled enough to get it done. The talent and skills, the background of the resource has to match directly with the project. Unfortunately, many internal resources that your HR or your department heads would want to promote within are not going to be talented enough. The only thing many of them have going for them is they've been there for a long time. You really need to go out and find the exact match with the exact skills for your project. And again, most HR departments and program managers and department heads and hiring managers don't have access to that talent. So finding the right firm that can match you up with that talent that matches the exact skill set needed for your project is absolutely crucial. Another thing that makes a technical program manager's life miserable is they're not going to be able to, without the right talent and the right matching, you can't deliver to schedule or cost. It seems obvious, but many times using the improperly matched talent or internal talent, you end up on a death march of a project, which does a couple things. One, you're going to have poor quality. You're going to have exorbitant development durations. It's going to take forever, which is going to burn out your internal resources. And your costs are actually going to be higher than if you found a technical resource that was an exact match. Even if their hourly wage seemed high to you at the time, it's going, I call it, you pay a little more to go faster. And in the long run, though it looks like a higher dollar amount, the quality, the results, and the duration are all going to be more beneficial from that high resource. Another reason not hiring the correct talent makes a program manager's life miserable is literally overworking their existing talent. Most internal development projects have talent, I call talent bright spots. So you have some superstars that are incumbent W-2 employees that work for you. And many times if you mismatch your talent, they end up taking the burden for the extra bodies you put in there that aren't a good match. So they're literally picking up slack for the improperly matched talent. In most cases, you're better off contracting talent and preferably talent that's more skilled than even your bright spot superstar. That will raise the bar of the team, the entire team, and lighten their workload versus just bringing people up from internal departments or mismatched body shop type talent that you're just throwing bodies at it. That really overworks them. And if you can raise the bar with people who are better than them or even have some skills they don't, usually you end up bringing the workload down and just having a better overall project. Another reason why not hiring the properly matched talent makes a program manager's life miserable is, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of burden on the existing staff, and also the durations go longer. It becomes a death march, and you end up violating basic software development rules. You end up just innately pulling the checks and balances out of the software development process. So if you're not using the proper contractors, you're either understaffed or misstaffed. And that's going to lead you to take, in a nutshell, lead you to take shortcuts, which most of the time in my experience, what I've seen are improper version control, limited or no SQA, poor bug tracking, ungated software releases, which ultimately leads to terrible quality and large amounts of technical debt that are going to come back and sting you for years to come.